Oh, well, I certainly feel much better than I did, if nothing else.
Helga, we need to stop seeing each other.
Oh, Bowley, you silly man. You weren't saying that when you were licking that honey off my...
Helga, that's just it. I can't keep up with you, your debellin techniques. They're exhausting.
Is it really me, or is it your wife? You need to make a choice, Bowley. The honey or her?
Oh, petty
I'm
squabbles.
sorry you disapprove, Father, but I
Well,
made up my mind.
I've had
Not
my
earlier.
morning nap. Now I suppose I should have something to eat for breakfast.
Business. It's because I gave it to you.
I'll pay
Oh,
you
yes,
back if
yes,
it
you're
means
all
that much.
so loud. It's always the same things with you two as well.
By picking up arms and keeping this
Oh,
land
it's
free.
you again.
The sooner
What in
you
blazes
remember
do you
that.
want?
Oh, stop being so hostile. Maybe I'll do something for you later and help lessen the blow a bit. It was only 100 gold, really. What do you have to sell? I'm in the mood for something like stew, I believe. Though, I must say...
Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
Yes, you say that, but every time I feel like I turned down most of what you had. Although the sweets were rather nice, I'll give you that much. Well, some fruit tea for a drink, perhaps? Yes, that sounds rather nice. Dog meat stew. Ugh. Ugh. Gods, I miss solitude. Right, let's see. It's just a leg of a goat roasted. You couldn't have made that into a soup or a stew? Venison stew. Well, there's something I could actually eat. A Orker stew sounds good in theory, but I feel like that's going to be very fatty and heavy, and I don't need that this early in the morning. Yes, let's go with the venison stew, please. Thank you.
Door's over there. Why don't you use it?
Oh, I just bought things from you. Would you cut the attitude? Honestly, you'd think that I'd
Oh,
stolen
it's you.
from
Come to extort more from me?
her. Okay. Well, whatever. Honestly, I don't care that much. I just wish they'd be quiet about it. Well, let's enjoy some food, shall we? Eat some breakfast.
Wake up, my boy.
Hey, Taylor.
And I do believe... That's actually not bad. What do you know, the lizard can actually cook fairly well. More than just baking sweet treats, though I suspect she purchased those elsewhere. Let's try this tea next as well. That was actually quite nice as well. I suppose miracles do come true. Right then. I've had my breakfast. I've had a little bit of something to drink. I have my water skins. I probably should fill them up outside in the well before I go. And I suppose I should head to Whiterun, although I'm loath to do so. Perhaps I'll poke around here a little bit more before I head out. Actually, before all else, I really would like to trim this bush on my face a bit. There's not going to be a decent barber here in Riften, though. I suppose I could try it myself. If worse comes to worse, I could always just shave it off with a razor. Well, there's a first time for everything now, isn't there? What's the worst that could happen, I suppose? Well, besides my hand slipping and slitting my own throat. Right, let's go see how this goes then, shall we? Maybe I'll manage to tame this mess on my head as well. Even if it's clean now, it's still not to my standards. Right then, off we go, I suppose. Well, now I feel much better, though that did take a bit of time, I will admit. It was time well spent. well fed, I'm clean again, my skin doesn't look nearly as rubbish, I've managed to braid my hair back properly, the beard is trimmed, I'm in nice leathers, a ragged cloak, but at least it's green. I'm much better off than when I was before, if nothing else. Now then, the next step in all this, I do believe, we'll be paying a visit to the last few houses around here. Don't you agree, Inigo? Then we can run off and do Maven's little, job, as it were. Now, where should we start? Perhaps from the far end and work our way down. Luckily, there's always a back door. You have been standing here for at least 2 days. Do you just keep coming back to this spot? What are you doing?
Huh? What do you want?
Are you coming back here because you're in some kind of trouble? What I want to know is why you keep coming to this specific location.
I owe a great deal of money to someone, and I think they cheated me. I don't know what to do.
Well, first off, you probably shouldn't make a deal with somebody not realizing they could cheat you at any moment. That kind of goes hand in hand with the idea of a quote-unquote deal. That said, I don't mind helping you out for a bit of a fee. Let me know what the details are.
I was able to work out a deal with the stables in Whiterun to sell me some of their tack and harnesses. I borrowed some gold from Sapphire to pay for the shipment, but it got robbed before it even arrived. Now Sapphire wants her money back, and if I don't pay her, I think she's going to kill me.
Well, I doubt she'll kill you. She's part of the Thieves Guild. But, that said, I suppose I could help you pay off this debt of yours, though that means you're going to owe me instead.
You will? Oh, thank you.
Yes, well, thank me after you find out.
Be careful with Sapphire. She mixes with all sorts of nasty people.
Oh, you silly man. Well, I suppose I'll talk to Sapphire when I get a chance. For now, let's go for a nice little stroll around back of the houses, shall we? Right then, yes, you just keep walking, good sir. Don't mind me. There we are. Here you go. Hurry. Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace. Now that we've gotten here, let's explore a bit. Any back doors? It doesn't look like it. Though it does give me access to up there, which is nice. Let's meander a bit up here, shall we? Nice and slow. see. Really, no back door here either. Right then. Well, we'll have to readjust our plan a bit. I assume it's over here then. There must be something. Just trash bins. That's odd. It doesn't have a back door. Well, that was disappointing. Why is this even locked? It's not like it goes anywhere. What about through here? No, this just goes back out there. Though I suppose getting these unlocked is not exactly a bad thing. Will assist greatly when it comes to maneuverability, should the need arise. Oh, the Shotsbrought Manor. That doesn't have a back door. I don't understand. Well, I suppose this is Riften. Perhaps they've learned. Either way, we're in now, aren't we? Oh god, they call this a manor. Mammoth Tusk. I can give that to Madesi if I wish, although I'm sure they wouldn't appreciate that too much. I'm sure he might get a bit of trouble, perhaps after I've left. Or I'll give it to him and leave, and just whatever happens, happens, and it's not my problem. That sounds much more likely. Oh, why not? 2 bottles is always better than 1. Nothing. I assume they're down. Well, let's check down first, shall we? Looks like there's just a larder, though. I see the food and I get a bit peckish, it would appear. I suppose there's no harm in partaking. Let's just, enjoy a bite of bread. Much better. Now, with a full stomach, as it were, let's use that energy and put it to good use, shall we? I hear them yawning. I don't know if they're quite asleep yet or already in bed. Only one way to find out. Door number 1. Already asleep. For a manor, they really don't have much, do they? Next, door number 2. Well, this was just disappointing. The smith had more than this. Usually homes at least have something of worth. Aha. Don't mind me, nice and slow. Well, right then, in you go, away we go. Luckily, again, she didn't notice.
Get a moment to herself?
Although she saw your tail. Right then. Well, that was wholly disappointing. We should probably move away from the initial entrance.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. A letter from the Jarl. Moving up in the world, eh? Looks like that's it. Got to go.
How on earth did you... How did he... Well, I'm impressed. You should join the Thieves Guild. By the gods. Right then. Well, I suppose I should read a letter from a Jarl? What Jarl is hailing me? Wulfric, how do you know my name, first off? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sidger, and I have the honor to be the Jarl of the proud and ancient city of Falkreath, also known as the Graveyard of Skyrim. The fame of your exploits across Skyrim has brought you to my attention. Well, I suppose you might have heard of me from my, previous occupation, as it were. Interesting. If you are interested in becoming a Thane of Falkreath, hold... Well, now that's piqued my interest. Although, of Falkreath, that's not exactly the most glamorous of areas. I'd rather be a Thane of, like, Solitude, per se. Either way, it would allow me to have much more power in that area, I suppose. Either way, continuing on. I invite you to speak to me the next time you are in Falkreath. Well, that's going to be quite a long ways from now. Aside from the honor that accrues to the title, my Thanes are entitled to a personal housecarl. Well, that actually might be a bit useful. Having able-bodied servants is always a good thing to have, though I already have a very large Khajiit. I also can tell you privately that a choice parcel of land in Falkreath would be available for your purchase, should your services prove useful to me. I look forward to meeting you in person. I remain Jarl Sidger of Falkreath. Intriguing. Buying your own land, though that implies there's no actual house on it. Still, with enough funds, that could be a worthy goal, I suppose. A purely customized manor would be quite suitable for my tastes, and putting in Falkreath would make it difficult for any of my competition, as it were, to locate me. Something to think about, certainly, but all end goal... I don't know what I was just doing there. In any case, certainly an end goal either way. And honestly, if the manor didn't have anything, I don't know if anything else is going to really have anything of worth. Certainly all the little houses aren't going to. Well, that's intriguing. It's a lock that can't be properly picked. I wonder who owns that. Something to ponder, I suppose. Right.
Looks like a wonderful dream in the fog.
I suppose it looks decent enough. Calling it a well, I suppose dreams aren't always good, are they? Nice catch there, Inigo. Right, well, I suppose we could take this a bit further and try to poke around in the primary keep, though I'm a bit wary of that. I'm still a little rusty, as plain, from sleeping people actually hearing my footsteps. Perhaps it is time to go to Whiterun, though I should most assuredly work on some potions first. And I probably should sell what I got from that last little trip. I'm surprised this hasn't been torn down yet. Mighty Talos. I'm good, thank you. Though I'm sure my mother would hate me for that. But the useless fool is dead, so her opinion no longer matters. Right, good evening. What is with these imbeciles and having two ends on their axes. Stop it. It just makes it heavier. For no reason. Makes it more difficult to wield and there's no purpose to the other side of it. Alright. I don't know if I want to try the keep. However, I could conceivably poke around and see... Hello, flowers? Right. Things I'm distracted by. Flowers and shiny things. I suppose pretty things in general. But, what was I saying? By the divines, my brain. Right. The jail. With as many influential people here that often get thrown in the jail, the guards have to always take their items. Surely they must store them somewhere, and I doubt they always give them back. So, let's say we're going to talk to one of the prisoners if we're asked any questions. And just, well, poke around a bit. Good evening, don't mind me. I'm just going to be going in to talk to one of the Blackbriars, yes. Oh, good. It appears there is actually a Blackbriar in here. That was just a guess, honestly. I should have thought of a plan beforehand, but it worked out, so we're fine. Some books, a little bit of wine, a nice fire, a hole in the wall. Classy. Duh. Excuse you. By the divines, people don't have any manners. Oh. Oh yes. Inigo, hurry in here now. Let's close this behind you. And very quickly, nothing in here, it looks like. Luckily that jail key that I took from the guard before we left is doing wonders. I don't need the knives. Although travel funds are going to be scarce, I suppose I could throw them in a bag. Or just not, because there are guards everywhere. Right. Well, those look intriguing. Helmets of no interest to me. Coin purse, some arrows. War axe. Leather braces. Gonna put those in my bag along with the potion. Another coin purse. A rather weighty one at that. Snowberries. Fantastic. I'll take all of those. Those are excellent alchemical ingredients. Sewer grate. Well, that is intriguing. And a prisoner belongings chest. Oh, good lord. Oh, by the divines. Well, would you look at that? They even have my knife that they took from me when I was initially captured. Would you look at all this? And that looks very nice indeed. I'm no master of the arcane, but I can feel an enchantment that's very useful when I feel it. Feel it? See it? Touch it? Whatever. It's in my hands and I can feel the pulse of the magic. Well, this is all getting taken back. And now I have an escape route that's proper, so I'll just use this basket and shove all this into it, along with what I pulled out of that chest. And then we'll go drag this back to Tanilla. Open sewer grate. We'll just slip right in here. and be on our way, Inigo. All right now.
Job's done, boss. Gave the package to her just like you said.
Good. Did she say anything we need to know?
Yep. She said that the Jarl was planning a surprise raid on us, but she talked her out of it. Said she saved us a lot of trouble.
That she did. Very good. I'll tell Brynjolf.
Yes, I believe we're talking about... Oh, God, old man, just let it go. I do believe that they were talking about the Jarl's assistant, as it were. Who are you?
Oh, really? Well then, how can we make that happen?
What exactly do you do around here?
Now get out of my way.
I can make your problems with the law go away. For a small fee, of course.
Ah, you remove bounties with connections. Very useful.
Rest of your coin by tomorrow.
Yeah, funny about that. The price was 100 higher than I expected.
Delvin, you have no shame. I'll get you the rest like I said.
Where on earth is Tanilla? Why are you always asleep? Look, I have no shame. Up you go.
If you're looking for extra work, talk to Vex or Delvin. They'll fix
Yes,
you up.
right. I have extra work from them. What I'd like to know is what you'll give me for this basket of things.
I've got coin and I've got merchandise. See
Fantastic.
what we can do.
Now, let's see here. Let's start with all the weapons that I've just acquired. I'd really... 300 gold. It's not as though I'm lacking funds any longer. I think I'll keep it for now and keep it strapped to my back. It might be quite useful in some events. I certainly don't need this weighty thing, though. Or all these. Though I'd like to keep one. You should always have a dagger on your person. Especially since sometimes long swords simply don't work underground. And I'd like to keep that so that I can break it down and learn the enchantment later. I certainly don't need this amulet of Talos. Ugh. And she knows its value, too. Only want 9 gold for it. Very well. That is not quite as good as what he's currently using. Yes, we'll ditch that. I don't need a rifting... Although... Perhaps I'll keep the linen one. It might be of use to disguise myself later. Oh, who am I kidding? No, we'll sell it. And although this circlet is quite attractive, it has no logistical value right now, so we'll just sell it. I can always have someone make me something far superior later. I don't need a standard cowl. This one hides my face, which might be useful later on. Yes, we'll keep that for now. And the elven armor, and all this gold jewelry, although I am tempted to keep a little bit of this. Yes, I think I deserve it. We'll keep one of the rings and the ruby necklace, I think. And the rest of this we can just remove. Certainly don't need any of that. I already know that enchantment. This one feels odd. I can't recall if I've memorized this one or not. I'm still very rusty at this. Then armor that looked quite interesting and didn't actually weigh that much. Not as good as the shield that he's using. Well-crafted leather boots. Silver amethyst. Oh, she's actually out of gold. Well, let's see. You only have 40 left. Let's sell you a few things that are worth less than that. And I suppose that'll do for now. I'll keep the rest and sell them in Whiterun, unless maybe you have anything I actually want. Which I suppose is possible. Do you have any items that I would particularly care for? The short sword of ice again. That ice enchantment is rather nice. Oh, well, that's a very potent enchantment. Looks like it ignites the one that you strike. The flames last quite a while as well. It won't actually harm them too much, but flames are an excellent distraction and can cause fear in many things. Oh, so tempting. $820 gold for an enchantment that I might find elsewhere. Tempting, but not worth it. And as far as items go, nothing of use. Couple books, nothing of use. Oh, lockpicks are always nice, though. Alright. Well, you have a bit more gold, so let's see if I can sell you a few more things, and then we'll be on our way to... Would I rather wear a silver emerald? No, gold is much nicer, and I love rubies. Rubies and diamonds. Silver, silver. I don't believe... Oh, the ring as well. There we are. Right. Well, let's slip on these, shall we? I really cannot resist some nice jewelry. It's mostly tucked under my uniform now, but the ring is obvious. Well, let's flip up my hood.
Delvin, that last shipment we heisted on the Cyrodiil frontier was worthless.
That's impossible. I distinctly heard that loud in the tavern say it was a full shipment of furs. They should be worth a fortune.
You idiot. He said furs, not furs. It was a damn logging caravan.
Oh, right. Well, you won't let worse about it.
Oh, that's actually quite an honest mistake. That's fairly amusing. Poor Delvin. I actually may speak to him before I head out as well. He may be able to give me some decent practice in the arts of stealth. We'll see. Now then, let's see what we can do in regards to potion making. If possible, I'd like to get as many poisons as possible. Though tempting, I won't go through their belongings while they're asleep. Although, what time of day is it right now? 7 a.m. they head to bed. That's very useful information to know. Now, where was that alchemist's desk? Aha! I found it. Lovely. Let's see what we can make, shall we? Damage health. Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. And... missing quite a few ingredients for anything else. I'll have to locate a few more alchemists and see what they have. Though fire is quite a common thing. And actually, we can just sell these in all honesty. Besides, I need the practice. Resist magic is always an excellent one. We'll just make anything we can and move from there. Luckily, mountain flowers are almost a universal benefit. Well, there's a poison. It'd be quite useful against mages. I do believe I'm going to be selling most of that, though. But you never know, it might come in handy. Now that my belt is lined with different... I really should get you a more elegant weapon later. Now that my belt is lined with different vials, let's move on, shall we? I would sell these to Tanilla now, but she's out of gold. Right. I suppose the next step is to, well, head to Whiterun, of all places. Not looking forward to that. Now, before I go, I really should... Good evening. I really should see if I can break down all those things that I acquired and see if I can memorize their enchantments properly. Right now, I've finally gotten a bit back into the swing of things. The enchantments are minor, the runes are sloppy, but I did manage to actually enchant my cloak, my ring, and my necklace. They're minor. It will only help me increase some of my lost skill. But they do make things come slightly more easily to me, which is always a welcome benefit. I also learned quite a few more enchantments, which is always nice. Now, let's take a little trip to the blacksmith, have him work on my armor and my weapon before we head out. And then I suppose we'll sleep and head to Whiterun. How absolutely exciting. Thrilled, really. Just a little hop down and a short little walk to Balamant. Balamant? Balamant? I really should memorize these people's names more efficiently, but I really can't be bothered. Oh, I suppose I can give the lizard his tusk as well. Was it, Madasi?
Greetings, honored friend. Could I interest you in some fine
No,
jewelry?
but I do have a mammoth tusk for you.
The ivory from this tusk will be perfect for the inlay on my amulets.
Fantastic, 100 gold for that.
Safe
That's
travels,
more than I would get for...
friend.
These thieves really should get better at their jobs.
Beautiful bows and gleaming gemstones.
In any case, that's much more than any normal... Ugh, I'm getting a bit parched.
What happened?
Some idiot got caught and was killed by the guards. What do you think happened? I've lost my train of thought. By the divines. Good evening, Balamant.
Come to see Balaman perform miracles with steel, eh?
I would like you to hone my weapon as well as temper my armor if you have time.
Yeah.
Oh, now, Balamant, this is absolutely fantastic. You've improved these so substantially, it's actually a bit intimidating. Due to your forge, I figured it explained why you were able to increase the benefits of my weaponry so much, but the fact you were able to do so with, well, leather surprises me. They're fantastically improved. Well done, good sir. I will most assuredly be coming back. Right, well, now that I'm wearing some fantastically improved armor, some enchanted jewelry that makes me really look the part. I've got a nice haircut, I'm all clean, I've eaten and napped. I suppose I'm out of excuses to not go to Whiterun. Right then. I suppose it's time to bid farewell to this little... Well, it's not really a city, is it? This town, I suppose.
Oh, it's you. Come to extort more from me?
I doubt you have anything else to extort. Go jump some poor sap. Well, I suppose it's time to head out then. I'm both anxious and intrigued. I haven't been out truly adventuring in quite a while, not since I was wearing plate, because my body could actually handle the weight properly. Speaking of, we really do need to find you something better than a club. One step at a time, I suppose. Maybe next time I'll ask him to improve your equipment. Alright, here we go. Hello everyone, and thank you for watching. If you'd like to see future content, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification icon. If you'd like access to bonus content, such as special privileges on my personal Discord, extra information on my stories and world building, or perhaps simply wish to support my work here, please consider becoming one of my patrons on Patreon. Thank you for all your time, and I can't wait to see you in the next chapter of our story.